Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to present to you an exclusive interview with a YouTuber who, following the Southport massacre, he was very upset, like a lot of straight white men in this country, and he was one of the victims of the Starmer crackdown on free speech in this country. Whether you think he should have been incarcerated or not, without further ado, I present to you the Looking Glass.
Okay.
Hello, Looking Glass. It's great to see you a free man on the streets of Manchester.
Great to be back, Charlie.
So, what we all want to know is, how was it? How the whole experience? Like, first of all, many of my viewers have not seen the footage. I watched it just after the live had finished, before they banned it. But so, tell me the timeline. So, Southport happened. Then what happened for you to end up where you end up?
So we all went to Manchester on the Saturday for the riots and whatnot. Not a lot had happened, so I went to Stoke-on-Trent with a couple of other YouTubers, and what I witnessed there was absolutely abhorrent. People getting claw hammered and whatnot.
So you saw someone get claw hammered?
Yeah, and that's currently on my phone.
And do you know who did the claw hammering? Was it the Muslim Defence League type people? Yeah.
And after that, I went home. And the Sunday, the day I was arrested, I was quite upset at what had happened, and I was watching social media like you do. Had a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
And where I was living in Stockport, there was apparently a migrant hotel were kicking off.
A migrant hotel you were told was kicking off?
Yeah, and I was led to believe, and I went down upset and arrested.
So you're a straight white man, and so did you hit anyone at the migrant hotel?
No.
Did you smash anyone in the face?
No.
So what did you do? Did you talk? What, you use your mouth?
Yeah.
And you got tell me.
And a photon device. And yeah, I did a live stream. Police came, got arrested.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
One second. Hey man, you're right, guys. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Sorry, we're just in the middle of an interview. Please forgive us. So what do you think was the worst thing that you said for you to get incarcerated?
Probably so much. One of them had a kafir on.
Yeah.
And I told them to get it off their head. So obviously, the police saying that took me as a racial slur, if you want to call it that way. So.
Yeah. So you shot the video. The live ended. Where did you go and how long?
I didn't go anywhere.
So when did the police arrive?
They told me the police were coming. The people at the hotel, the security. So I thought I'm going to waste the time.
Dude, sorry. What the fuck, man?
I'm just trying to sit, bro.
Dude, we're doing an interview here. Like, seriously. Mate, I'll chat to you afterwards, but, like, what the fuck, bro? Sorry, Aaron.
It's alright, no problem.
You're asking, why am I bald? Why are you a little prepubescent twink, you little shit?
Miss Manchester, man. Yeah, so I waited.
Wait, let's do it somewhere else. I'll pause it. Viewers, we had a heckler, but we're back with the Looking Glass. So, you did your vocal cord violations at the migrant hotel.
That's right.
You gave them a piece of your mind.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
I was threatened with the police. They said the police are coming.
The migrants told you that?
No, not the migrants, the hotel staff.
Yeah.
So I thought, sod it, I'll wait for the police. I even flagged the police down.
So you weren't scared, you weren't worried you were going to get arrested?
Didn't care.
Because you thought, I'm only talking, it's a free country.
Exactly.
I'm speaking my mind as an Englishman in England.
Yeah, and I was obviously remanded in custody.
No, but then, so you flagged the police down, then what happened?
And then I was arrested.
There and then, just like that?
There and then, yeah.
How long after they interacted with you were you arrested?
30 seconds.
30 seconds?
I ended my live video and I was arrested.
And did they ask your side of the story?
No.
You were just arrested?
Not until the station, no.
I think people say you have white privilege, but I think as a white man you have the opposite of privilege.
Oh, of course, yeah.
You are suspected of being a far-right, toxic male racist.
Yeah.
So, you got arrested. Where did you go then?
Manchester Central. I was kept overnight and interviewed in the morning. And he asked me for my phone. Obviously, I said I'll give him my phone, my details, my PIN, or else we're going to jailbreak it, break into it. So I offered him all that, and I needed that phone for contacts, family and all that. Never gave me that chance to reach out for people, give a phone call.
Yeah.
And then I was charged there and then.
And because we all remember, like, just after Southport, they were cracking down hard on English people who were upset about the Southport massacre.
Of course.
Were you threatened with a long jail sentence or pressured to plead guilty?
I was pressured to plead guilty, yes, because obviously my own video went against me because it was my own live stream.
Yeah.
So I was told to plead guilty, which I did. I mean, I do hold my hands up. I was quite angry and animated.
Yeah.
So yeah, I pleaded guilty and got remanded back into custody, and then sent to magistrates. and they remanded me at Old Course Prison.
And did you have any legal advice during this?
No, I wasn't allowed any legal advice.
Not allowed any legal advice?
I had no contacts, no nothing, no phone numbers.
So it's like they were streamlining you to plead guilty so they could throw you in jail?
Yeah, throw the book at me and shaft me, basically.
Yeah. So
yeah.
10 months later, here you are, a free man.
Yeah.
But how was the experience? And first of all, surely after you got arrested, you thought, I'll get bailed in 12 hours or something. You thought, I'll be free in like a day, 24 hours.
I thought so, yeah. I thought so.
And when did it suddenly drop, the horrible realization that this was a long-term thing?
I think it was to do with the amount of people that watched my video. How many? I think it was thousands. Because when YouTube finishes, it reposts it as a normal video.
As a normal video, yeah.
And I think it was 56,000 views it had, the live stream.
Yeah.
And it was a mitigation level, which was quite high, they said. So that's when a realization kicked in, like, I'm not
So,
going to get away with this.
does it mean that if your video had only been seen by, say, 10 people, would it have been less of a crime?
Of course it would, yeah. I mean, it's incitement, and it's inciting violence. And
But do you think, in your opinion, are you allowed to talk about it? Are you allowed to say, like, I do not think I was inciting? Or
I
would
don't
you...
think I'm allowed to talk about it.
Okay, so we need to be careful with what we say. Yeah. But any messages for people?
Yeah, I want to say thank you to everybody that's supported me, came to the courts. I want to thank Charlie.
Thanks,
I want to thank my supporters, the good messages and whatnot. It means a lot to me. So
that's really good. And thank you. And when you were in prison, you weren't attacked or assaulted, or, but did you see some shit?
I saw some pretty fucked up shit. Yeah.
What did you see? No, you can swear. You can swear.
There's a lot of crackies in there.
Oh God, they didn't recognise you.
Well, yeah, two of them did, and two of them got me mistaken for you.
What?
You're Charlie Beach and all that.
Charlie Beach.
Yeah.
He's a scumbag, that Charlie Beach.
Yeah, and there was a lot of drug taking, a lot of people in debt getting beaten up, and it was interesting.
Yeah. Did you see any riots?
There was one riot in Forest Bank prison, a wing riot. Someone decided to start attacking officers and whatnot because he didn't get a boiled egg at lunch, I think, or something like that. But it was quite interesting, yeah. An experience that I never want to do again.
Aaron, you know, after you got arrested for your thought crime, and it was a vocal cord crime, in my opinion, if I'm allowed to say it, I don't think you incited any violence. No. When I watched it, I didn't think it crossed the threshold into criminality. I really don't. I'm not a trained lawyer, but I know a little bit about public order and what you're allowed to say and not allowed to say. But you have no idea, or maybe you do, the chilling effect that your arrest had on all us YouTubers. Like, it was. We were watching our tongue as if we were like in the Soviet Union, man.
Yeah.
It was scary.
My bad.
Yeah. So, but what would you say, like, have you learnt anything from this, like good or bad, about Britain, about the police, about freedom?
I've learned that you're not really allowed an opinion as such. If you hold a photon device up to somebody, you're at risk of getting arrested.
Yeah. So if I were to call you a dirty terrorist, Aaron, sorry, Looking Glass. No, we all know your name's Aaron.
Yeah.
Anyway, Aaron, you're a dirty terrorist.
Yes.
I should go to jail for 2.5 years.
Possibly.
Because, like, any race can be a terrorist.
Of course.
It's not a racial thing.
Yeah.
And what is a terrorist? Is someone that uses terror for their own political means.
Exactly.
So the pro-Hamas crowd every week are terrorists.
In my opinion.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting Dawn raided tomorrow morning for calling them terrorist supporters.
Yeah. Get your doors kicked in.
Yeah, the doors kicked in. But Aaron, seriously, it's great to see you.
It's great
to be back. It's great to be back. And tell us a little bit, if you're allowed to, what conditions or restrictions have you got?
So basically, I'm allowed out between the hours of 1 and 8 o'clock at night. I'm not allowed to upload any videos up until next August 2026. I've forgotten really, to be honest with you, but
it's quite strict.
Silly.
Yeah.
Quite silly, really.
Any restrictions on going to a meeting or going outdoors?
So basically, anything. I can't go near the Hamas orcs.
No orc action for you?
No orc action.
Oh, mate, you're missing out. There's such a lovely, fun group of jovial people, like, you know.
No poison dart frogs.
No poison, no transgenders?
None of that stuff.
None of that good stuff. How about even Cottagers Cove?
I can go down there.
Can you?
And I am tempted right now.
But are you allowed to film down there?
I am, yes.
Look at that, guys.
And the crackies. You
know, I'll tell you something very funny. You'll see it in this video when you watch this later on. Fred and I went down Cottagers Cove today. Oh. We saw a few cottagers, and out of nowhere, another YouTuber that I'd not seen before. Or maybe I had it was dark. He was like, Charlie, we're doing a GoPro. And so I think, Aaron, what I started that you perfected has cleaned up the public lewd acts of Cottagers Cove.
I need to go and inspect it, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Give a good sniff.
That's good. What I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the camera around, get us both on. I want to say, it's great that he's out. Like, he did not deserve anything that happened to him, and he doesn't deserve these conditions now. But we are living in interesting times. We're straight white men with an opinion.
Yeah.
Not allowed! Thank you, Aaron.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. Good man.